I'm here to make a video here today to discuss how long does your phone take to charge. Mine will take about 2 hours to go from 0 to 100, but an hour and a half, and I get about like 75-80% in 90 minutes. And then because it's slower at the end, it'll take 2 hours. And my phone is called the Huawei Y6. I have it since the 4th of August this year, and it charges really fast, like in 30 minutes. Sometimes it charges a percentage point per minute, and if not, it'll be like 28% in 30 minutes, or in 50 minutes the battery will be up like at least 46 or 47%. If not, it'll be 50%. And then in 60 minutes it will be usually at least 55% more extra battery, or else 57, 58%, 59 maybe even. And then my last phone that I had for about 2 months before that lasted from the 1st of June to the 1st of August of this year. That was called if I can remember back to that well old phone, it was called the Alcatel One Touch Pop S, if I can still remember it correctly. That was a fairly fast charging phone. It would have went up like in 26% at the most in 30 minutes, and then like it would have went up like after 50 minutes to be about 41 or 42% more battery in it, and then after 60 minutes be like 50 to 51% more battery in it. And then comparing to then the current phone I'm using that I just got after it, it's a small bit faster, and it's really good. And then if you go way back to my first smartphone, the Sony Xperia E1 that I got in around back in July 2014, it lasted for like nearly 2 years until it died out only this year, way back in the start of the year, like it goes way back to the end of March. Like back then the phone packed up. But for the first year having that Xperia One phone, it took like 4 hours to charge it, imagine. And like then after using iPad charger after about a year and a month of having it, and it charged up in 2 hours, and it started to get like really fast in. Like could have been in 30 minutes of charging would give it a 35% higher. 60 minutes of charging brought it like 66 or to 68, 69% higher. And then the phone packed up way back in the March this year. Back then it packed up, and it's charged because I use the iPad charger for charging fastly compared to my current phone. Like it charges really fast, and that's like with just using the included charger. I always use the included charger on my current phone, and it works like a charm. It just charges it up so fast then as well. Like, but then let's go back to when that Xperia packed up. When I bought another phone back around the 26th of March, way back then, like back then at that time, I know it's a long time ago, but if you remember, it packed when I had to buy a new one, and that was called the Huawei Y5, and geez, that was a poor phone at charging as well. After 30 minutes of charging, there was only like 15-16% more battery, and hard to imagine what compared to what it's like now. But that was it, and for about less than 2 months, I lost it then around the 23rd, 24th of May. This one I got lost there, and it didn't even last 2 months. Thankfully, I don't have that phone, and I don't have that phone in ages, thankfully. But it was only 16%, 30 minutes, and then like after 1 hour, it'd be only 30% more battery, or 35 at the very most. Then 2 hours, an hour and a half would be like 45-50% more battery. 2 hours would be like 60% battery, and then it took like 3 hours to charge it. And then, well, thankfully that charging period of taking that long, which was, how did I stick it out that time back then, like. But compared to now, when I use my Huawei Y6, I just plug in the included charger, and I get like sometimes a percentage point per minute, and then it'd be like 47% in 50 minutes, and then 55% or so in 60 minutes, and it's close to fully charged after an hour and a half. And I'm just wanting to compare my charging speeds with other people, if that's alright. So thanks for watching, and comment below please if you want.